I'm Tasha and welcome back to my channel. Okay, let me just fix my light. So today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 things you need to know before you travel to Malaysia. So I was in Malaysia about a month ago. I was there for about 9 days and this is my first time ever traveling to Malaysia. Never been there before, first time there ever. I didn't do any research before I went because I've already been to Thailand and Vietnam and I thought Malaysia was going to be really similar to Thailand and Vietnam. But it absolutely was not. It's so different. So the first thing you need to know is that Malaysia is a Muslim country, predominantly Muslim. Most of the people who live there are Muslims. I didn't know this. So it's fine when you're in the bigger cities or bigger areas like Kuala Lumpur. That's fine. But I found when we were in really small towns, we were in this really small town called Kota Baru, I found that even though it was so hot, I was wearing bike shorts and a singlet, and I just felt like I was being so disrespectful because all the women around me were wearing what are they called, their burqas, and I was literally wearing shorts and a singlet. But it was so hot, so as a tourist I'm going to do that, but I didn't know that I was going to look so out of place in this little town, and I felt like I was being so disrespectful. I had nothing to get changed into because our bags were in the car with the guy, and he left us because we were yeah, we want to go for a walk around, and we left him, he left us, whatever. I couldn't go back to the car and get changed and put more clothes on. So we were just out in this little town in the middle of the street, and I just felt so out of place. I felt so bad. I felt like I was being so disrespectful. I was like, oh my goodness, if I had known that coming to small Malaysian towns was going to be like this, I would have worn long pants. I would have worn something that was long sleeved, but I had no idea. So I probably should have done my research before I went, but I'm letting you know that if you go to Malaysia, you'll be okay in bigger cities, but if you go to smaller towns or smaller islands, I would suggest wearing long pants if you're a woman and something like a long sleeved thing or a scarf over your shoulders, just so that you can show respect to the Malaysian people, because I was just oh my goodness, I feel so bad right now. And as a foreigner or a traveler in a foreign country, the last thing I want to do is come off as disrespectful, especially walking in the streets of another country. So that's another reason why I thought I would make this video, just to let you guys know, especially if you're a woman, wear long pants, wear something that covers your shoulders. I kind of knew this for temples or sacred areas. We know that we want to wear something long and that covers your shoulders, but for just walking the streets in a small town, I didn't know this. So this is what you need to know before you travel to Malaysia. And if you're a man, men are fine. I feel as long as you're not wearing booty shorts as a man, but sometimes they do like you to cover your shoulders. So I would take a few t-shirts and long pants if you are a girl, and a few t-shirts, and men, doesn't really matter. You can wear shorts, it's fine. But yeah, so that is the first thing. Malaysia is a predominantly Muslim country, so especially when you go into little towns, cover up a little bit more, dress a little bit modestly. Yeah, and that is tip number 1. So the second thing you need to know before traveling to Malaysia is not to drink the tap water. So I knew this, but I did it anyway because I thought, you know what, can't be that bad. It can't be that bad. It's going to be fine. I drank some of the tap water and I got sick instantly. The next day I was ill. I was in bed. I was having hot flushes. It was awful. So that is a second tip. Do not drink tap water. And if you are buying bottled water or someone offers you water, make sure that the seal is still sealed before you drink it. So make sure that you are the one that breaks the seal and then drink the water, because we just need to take care of our health, especially when we're overseas. I don't know what the healthcare is like in Malaysia. I have no idea. But I feel when you're traveling, you don't want to have 1 or 2 days where you're sick, because that's just wasted time, especially when you're on a time limit and you're only in a country for 3 or 4 days. If you're sick for 1 or 2 days, that's half of your trip pretty much ruined. So to stay safe, I would stay away from tap water and just drink bottled water. I wouldn't even bother boiling. I mean, I guess you could boil the tap water if that's what you want to do, but we just drank predominantly bottled water, and that was fine. Like, the bottled water is super cheap, like 10 to 20 cents per bottle of water. So cheap, so reasonable, and it's just not worth getting sick and messing up your whole holiday and travel plans when you can just drink bottled water. And the last thing you need to know before traveling to Malaysia is that they have got super strict drug laws. So if you are found in possession of literally any drugs, you can be sentenced to life in prison and even death. So like, you shouldn't be traveling with drugs, or you shouldn't be doing drugs in the first place. But I don't know, just in case you're around people who are doing drugs before you leave, or maybe you have prescription medicine or whatever, make sure that you get a note from your doctor before you go on holiday, just to save you time at the airport, time having to like explain yourself of what your pills are for. So get a letter from your doctor before you travel for your medicine, and just do not travel with drugs. Don't touch them while you're over there, because they are so strict. They don't care if you are from like a foreign country. They don't care where in the world you're from. If you are caught selling, in possession, using whatever, like, chances are you're gonna spend the rest of your life in prison, or even worse, like end up dead. So I would just not even touch that stuff, would not go near it. That is the last one. So yeah, those are 3 things that I think you should know before you travel to Malaysia. Also, before you're traveling, double check all the pockets in your bags, because you never know what might be in there. There might be some pill or something that you've forgotten about. Just make sure you empty your whole bag before traveling there, just to be safe. This is on the drug side of things. You don't want to be caught with anything that you have accidentally, or you can't explain why you have. So yeah, those are the 3 tips of what I think you need to know before you travel to Malaysia. Obviously, like, there are so many things that you should know before you travel to Malaysia, but these are the 3 main things. Number 1, dress modestly. Number 2, drink bottled water as much as you can. Like, I would just avoid tap water. And number 3, avoid any kind of drugs, carrying, taking, whatever. Avoid it like the plague. So that's all from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.